The state of Louisiana is no stranger to superstition and folklore. There's an old tale there that's called Le Feu Follet, or in French translated means the marsh on fire. Local people in the area believe that there are light orbs, and these light orbs appear over the swamp at night. Some of the local people believe that these light orbs are evil, and that they entice you to follow them. But if you follow them, you will most certainly be led to your doom. Some people believe that if you pass away with unfinished business, then your soul will wander the earth. If there's any truth to that statement, then Louisiana would be the perfect place to test this statement. It's had its fair share of trouble and tragedies. Tragedies like this next story. August 14th, 1995. The world would make way for Erica Hunt. Erica would be one of 3 girls in her household, and she was also raised with traditional values. She was raised in the state of Louisiana. She would go to high school in Port Barre and then eventually transition to Opelousas, Louisiana. By the year of 2016, Erica Hunt would be 20 years old. By that age, she's described as someone who was loving, she was caring, she always thought about others before herself. While she was a quiet and reserved person, she managed to get along with everyone. No one had a negative thing to say about her. Growing up, she had a lot of dreams and aspirations, dreams that seemed to flip-flop back and forth. But one thing that she knew she always wanted to be was a mother. And by 20 years old, she had accomplished that. She had already given birth to a daughter, Brianna. July 3rd, 2016. Erica's uncle would be holding a get-together for Independence Day. Now, although it was July 3rd, this was on a Sunday, and the 4th laid on a Monday. So, the best time to celebrate it would have been that weekend where the family could get together. So that's what they did. Sunday, July 3rd of 2016 would become a day to remember for the family. They would get together and eat food, laugh, play, dance, just the normal things that happen when family congregates. She would spend July 3rd with her family, and then she would leave, but not before dropping off her daughter at her mother's house. She had planned for her daughter to stay with her mother, and then she would pick her up the following day on July 4th. She did have plans for the 4th. She had planned to go to St. Charles and go to the beach with her friend. They both had daughters, and they planned on taking their daughters there just to hang out. But July 4th comes, and her friend tries to contact her in order to go to St. Charles. But Erica doesn't pick up the phone. After several failed attempts, her friend would finally call her sister. But when she calls her sister, and she tries to contact Erica, she can't get in touch with her either. They then decide to contact her mother. After all, her daughter is in the care of her grandmother, so if anyone has heard from her, it would be her. But her mother hasn't heard from her either, and she hasn't called in to check on Brianna. Time begins to elapse and she never calls, and the family begins to worry. By July 5th, the family's on high alert. No one has still heard from her, and she still hasn't came to pick up her daughter. So by July 6th of 2016, the family would officially go to the authorities to report her missing. When Erica was initially reported missing, the family would testify that they don't think the authorities were doing all they could. In fact, it seems as if they were taking this story light. The last 2 people to physically see Erica would be her sister and her brother-in-law. This would occur in the early hours of July 4th. Her sister would testify that she came over and asked to borrow $3 in order to get a pack of cigarettes. She then leaves, and they never see her again. But although Erica's sister and her brother-in-law were the last ones to see her in the early morning hours of July 4th, it would take the authorities a full month before they even questioned them. This interview would occur in the early days of August and shortly before her birthday, but by then, there was still no sign of her. August 14th comes and goes. Erica was due to turn 21 that day, and she already had plans. In fact, she had been planning for that day for months. But instead of spending that with her family was actively searching for her, and she was nowhere to be found. And any efforts the authorities did make were falling on deaf ears because no tips were coming in and no leads. Whenever women go missing, it's not uncommon for people to immediately cast suspicion on maybe an ex or maybe a current boyfriend. But in this situation, the boyfriend was ruled out and there was no way possible that he could be involved. And with no real leads, the police would be forced to work this case vigorously, hoping for answers. At this point, the family felt like they weren't getting any help. So they were organizing searches on their own and actively searching for Erica. But it doesn't lead anywhere. By September 13th of 2016, the police would officially receive their first major tip. This tip would lead the authorities to a home located on Hirsch Alley. In this tip, the person would claim that the body of Erica Hunt was located at this residence. So the authorities would show up armed with a warrant as well as cadaver dogs.
Police say the tip led them to call out a forensics team, and a cadaver dog got a positive alert here at the scene. But after hours of investigating, police say only animal remains were found. And as for Hunt's family, today was a very exhausting day.
Still to this day, don't know exactly what happened or what brought this on.
Shannon Isaac, Erica Hunt's mother, spent Wednesday afternoon nervously waiting on an update from police. After investigators broke the news, Isaac left the scene in tears.
I would like the closure, but then again, I don't want the closure because I would hope that she is still alive.
Erica's sister used to live in this home where investigators spent the day searching, but found no trace of human remains. Police say they did a preliminary search of the home 2 years ago when Hunt went missing. But today was the first time they had an in-depth search with a forensics team.
It definitely takes our investigation in a different direction, but like I said, I'm hoping that this generates more leads and then we can continue follow-up. I hope that it sparks the communities who want to talk more. Erica is definitely not forgotten. We will continue to search until we find her. We want to bring closure to her family. It's just time to bring Erica home. So.
Home to her family, including a now 4-year-old daughter.
With the grace of God, He is holding me. He's giving me the strength. 2 years to go on and just everyday life, not forgetting about my child, not at all, not 1 minute, not 1 second.
What seemed to be a promising lead quickly went cold, and the authorities were back at square one. By the end of 2016, the police would have ruled out this lead, as well as ruling out sightings. People were saying that they saw Erica at this place or that place, but it never panned out. The family would be forced to bring in the year of 2017 without Erica Hunt. 2017 would be like deja vu for the family. They would ask for updates, and they would tell them there were none. And any information that they did have, they weren't releasing because this was an open investigation. Like the year of 2016 when Erica went missing, 2017 would come and go with no new leads and no new answers. December 30th, 2018. A 9-year-old boy would go missing from the Evangeline Parish, located 45 minutes away from Opelousas. When the Amber Alert is issued for the 9-year-old boy, the police would immediately conduct a search. During this search, the police would find out that the 9-year-old boy was actually safe. But that wouldn't be the only thing that they find. While canvassing the area, they would discover skeletal remains. These remains would be found in a green area near an isolated barn. Forensic investigators would determine that this skeletal remain belonged to a female between the ages of 25 and 35, as well as determining that it was a woman who was mixed with Cajun, French, and African American. After attempting to identify the remains, the authorities would fail, and the remains would officially be labeled as the Evangeline Paris Jane Doe. And it would stay that way until the year of 2020. In November of 2020, forensics would officially use a new method called genetic genealogy. And through this method, those remains would be officially identified as Erica Hunt. And in February of 2021, the authorities would officially release a statement, letting the world know that they found her remains. But the story wasn't over yet, because they still don't know what happened.
Trooper Thomas Gostin of the Louisiana State Police returns to Crime Stoppers and needs your help in solving the homicide of Erica Hunt.
On July 6, 2016, Erica Nicole Hunt was reported missing by her family to the Opelousas Police Department. Her last known location was near Hirsch Alley on July 4, 2016. An extensive investigation into Erica's disappearance by the Opelousas Police Department continued for years. Many leads were developed and investigated, though Erica was never located. In December of 2018, the Evangeline Parish Sheriff's Office requested assistance from the Louisiana State Police Bureau of Investigations to investigate human remains found in rural Evangeline Parish. The LSU Faces Lab excavated the remains and worked with the State Police Crime Lab to analyze and identify the victim. Through the teamwork of the DNA Doe Project, LSU Faces Lab, and Louisiana State Police Crime Lab, the remains were determined to be Erica Nicole Hunt. Louisiana State Police, the Opelousas Police Department, the Evangeline Parish Sheriff's Office, and the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office are asking for your help in providing information related to Erica's disappearance on July 4, 2016.
The story of Erica Hunt is truly a sad story, and it's a story without an ending. But someone out there knows something, and if you do know something, you're encouraged to come forward.
After 5 years of questions, family and friends of Erica Hunt took a day to remember the 20-year-old mother at His Light Kingdom Church in Opelousas, finally able to lay her to rest. She went missing back in 2016. Christina Mondragon has the story.
It was a good feeling, even though we still haven't got justice yet, but it was a good feeling to put her remains to rest.
Though the family has some closure, they're asking for anyone with information relating to Erica's disappearance to come forward.
It takes a community to come together to bring whoever to justice. Today is our family. Tomorrow or the next hour could be somebody else's family.
Erica's daughter Bree was only 2 years old when she passed, and Hunt's mother is making sure Bree knows her mother.
By her memories and a lot of pictures, and we tell her everything.
Family of Hunt choose to remember their loved one not by how she passed, but by her best features.
Her dimples,
her smile, her laugh.
Her laugh. She loved her daughter. She always put her daughter first.
Remembering Erica Hunt. In Opelousas, Christina Mondragon, KETC TV3. The search to find out what truly happened to Erica Hunt is still an ongoing investigation. The people in her immediate circle have all been ruled out, and whoever did this is still out there somewhere. I truly hope that one day Erica receives the justice that she deserves. Rest in peace, Erica Hunt. Thank you for being a light for others.